you've got elite players, defensive interior players like you're going to face this weekend. How does that change your job, or what impact does that have on how you operate?
Yeah, the Commanders, they have a great defensive line. They got some great players on the other side. I've played them before. These are the real forces. They're great competitors. Got a lot of respect for them. They move really well. They're physical. They can stop the run game. They're really good in terms of the passing game, trying to get to the quarterback as well. It'll be a great opportunity for our offensive line as we got a really talented offensive line. Got some really big guards in there and cushion there too as well, especially with their interior. And so it should be a great matchup. It'll be a great challenge and great opportunity for us.
How important is it to get explosives this week in the passing game, and how much could Jerry play into that if he's healthy?
Well, Jerry's obviously such an explosive player. I think we had some great opportunities last week. We had Phil down the side. We almost had that one. That would have been a huge one. Great momentum there. But we've had some other plays too. We're trying to get to. And unfortunately, we didn't get to all of them. But with only 6 possessions. But I thought we had some really good plays. Obviously, when we got to the red zone, even though we had those long drives, we had some good explosive plays in the red zone with obviously Cortland and LJ and just. Maybe not distance-wise, but just excitement and guys getting open, making some great plays. So we definitely aren't gun shy, that's for sure. Definitely not afraid to attack down the field, but also to take what the defense gives us and be successful with that as well.
Russ, along those lines, how do you balance that, taking what the defense gives you with also trying to have some shots?
Yeah, I think explosive plays come in so many different ways, and taking shots is, yes, it's the go ball, it's the big post, it's the everything that everybody loves to see, and makes everybody stand up in their seats, which is always exciting. I think also too those explosive plays come in so many different ways. It may just be breaking a tackle. We came out in the half really thinking that we wanted to take a shot down the field. We got one. Like I said to Phil, unfortunately I think his toenail was out. But I think that. And I think a lot of explosive plays can come through the running game, especially with the offensive line, the backs that we have. They do a really good job of getting downhill and making a lot of plays. So, it was one of those games that was just, 14-play drives and, one of those things that just kind of, was a six possession game. So, hopefully we can get some more possessions and continue to try to move the ball down on the field.
Russ, you said post-game that y'all were close. You were right there. So after watching the film, I guess how accurate was that assessment? How close were you and how encouraged are you?
Well, like I said, I think what we had some plays down the field that we tried to take. We obviously got a pass interference with the Cortland down the field, which was a great play. That could have been a sweet touchdown. We ended up scoring on that drive, and I think there were some other 1 or 2 other drives that we could have capitalized on. I think that was I think they unfortunately got a couple plays through penalties and stuff like that. We were hoping that we were going to get the ball back and go down and win the game. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But I think for who we want to be and where we want to go. I think with the guys that we have up front, those 5 guys, we're really excited about those guys up front. They're going to lead us in a lot of ways from the passing game and the running game. Their tenacity, their fierceness. We really love what they bring to the table. And I think with all the plethora of guys that we have can step in. Obviously with Jerry, going out, LJ's got to step up and step in. He made a great play. Cortland had a great game and made some plays. I think that he can. Anytime he touches the ball is a good thing. So I just think that we got to keep staying the course. Focus on this week. We got a great challenge. These guys are really good. They do some really good things. They're coached extremely well. We got a talented defense, and so we got to be on our best game.
Russell, what does Adam Trout left away those 2 guys? Neither one goes down when they get hit for the first time. It's got to be a nice combo.
Yeah, I think our running backs, man, they may be the best after contact kind of guys. Javonte has always been that. Obviously his ability, his balance. You saw a couple of plays. I think he ran one to the left. He bounced off a guy, spun. Put his hand on the ground, kept going. And especially exciting to see that with him, Javonte in particular, just because he's just coming off of a legit injury and he's coming back. He feels better than ever. I've been talking to him. He's really locked in. I really love who he is as a player. I think P. Ryan too. He's strong, athletic, he makes great cuts. We saw a couple runs where he just ran through guys. There's a lot of things that they can do well. And then Jaleel, he's, as we saw in the preseason, his ability to make guys miss is a really special thing that he does too.
Also, can you talk about what Adam Troutman brings to you guys, both from the run and the pass?
Well, Troutman's been in the system, first of all. I think his knowledge, he really understands what he's trying to do, what our offense is trying to do as well. And he's extremely talented, and he catches the ball really well, really clean. He made a really good play on a scramble on third down on the first drive of the game. I kind of scrambled out. There was nothing there. He came into my vision, just made a great catch and just great first down that he had. And there's a lot of things that he does really well. He's extremely smart, great teammate, great locker room guy. I love being around him.
For Russ, Michael Lynch was talking about you guys played pretty well. There's no panic. How do you translate that message of no panic, but also the urgency of getting a win?
Yeah, there's always a sense of urgency. I think every matchup you play in the National Football League, you want to be able to win them. And we got to treat every game as a championship game. That's what it is. It's we play in a great division. And we're looking forward to just winning one game at a time. The sense of urgency with Coach Payton's always high. With all of us players is always high. We want to be great. And we have the talent to do it, and we gotta make the little things matter. We gotta make those little moments when I always call them gap plays, game altering plays. There's some plays in there every once in a while, whether it's a penalty or that doesn't go against us, that does go against us, whatever it may be. It may be a catch, it may be a block, it may be a throw, it may be whatever it is. And let's finding those throughout a game, and those are the ones that it's usually 2 to 3 in a game, offensively and defensively and special teams that change the game. And so let's find those and let's go win those moments.
In your experience, is playing on grass easier on your body than playing on turf? It became an issue, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers and the players' union. It wanted more grass.
I think that it's a big discussion. Obviously, I don't know the science of it all necessarily. I mean, obviously, I played in Seattle on turf for years. It didn't really seem like to be a problem as much there, but I definitely think practicing on grass and playing on grass is definitely easier on your body for sure. I think at times, I just think about practicing outside versus inside. I think guys like practicing outside. I love practicing out on the grass too. I think it's better for your knees and your ankles, all that stuff. But I don't know all the science of it, but definitely it is interesting to see some of the injuries that happen on turf. I don't know the numbers versus grass or not, but I know it's definitely a big discussion, something to look into for sure.
Russ, thank you.
Thanks, Russ.
You guys appreciate it.